Hey there, my name's Jolly Green and welcome to episode 12 of Vault Hunters. So as we mentioned last episode, today we've got some vaults to run. And that's because we need a lot more materials to really be able to do any of the cool stuff in this pack. Like, this is pretty much the extent of the vault loot that we have. And with a little bit extra over here, which we could probably move over in all honesty. But we need more to really be able to do any of the cool stuff. So that's what we're going to be up to today. I guess there is a couple cool things that we can get up to today. First, we're going to need some purple dye. And we're going to need to go smack this on some sheep. There we go. The sheep's been dyed. And we acquired the wool that we need. Honestly, that is probably going to be all the purple wool that we're ever going to need in this series. So one of the first things that I want to do before we get into a vault that involves this purple wool is we need to make a shard pouch. Now the wool does have to be purple, but we're still missing an ender pearl, unfortunately. So we're going to have to figure out some way to get that. I guess probably going to the nether might be our best option, but at the same time, we have a horrible but at the same time, we have a horrible nether spawn, so that may not work out best for us. I just want to take a quick look around and see if we can find a warped forest biome, which that looks like it. Okay, we might get lucky after all. The only thing that sucks is that we have no way of getting down there. Can we get an enderman to aggro on us from here? Nah, probably not. Alright, so I decided to just go for it. I gathered some basalt here, and I'm just pillaring over. It may not be the best play to make, but it's the play we're making, so we'll see how we end up. Alright, this is where it gets a little tricky. Or I guess not so much. Let's just do it the smart way. We're going to carve a little hole over here. We'll make him mad. Make him mad. There we go. And here we go. It's just as simple as swiping at his feet now. Of course, I didn't bring my looting sword. I brought my vault sword. So hopefully we get a pearl. We did not. Okay. That's alright. We've got a couple more tries here. We only need one. Come on. Still nothing. Jeez, we may be at this for a minute. There we go. After about 4 enderman kills, we finally got our pearl. So now let's go back home and put this to use. Sweet. We made it out of there without dying, which is honestly surprising for me. But now let's get to crafting. And with that, we have a shard pouch. Now, the great thing about this shard pouch is these soul shards that we've been getting quite a bit of in the vault will go right in this pouch automatically, and it stacks. I believe it stacks infinitely, but I don't know for sure. Either way, we don't want to take all our shards in the vault with us, so we're going to leave them here. But having this soul shard pouch will empty up a couple slots in our inventory while we're actually vaulting. Now, the next item I wanted to craft up is the bounty table. Now, I initially thought this was more expensive, and it may have been when we first started out here, but I think they've made a change to make it a little bit more affordable. What is it that we need? Just some vault essence. So now this little table here is going to be wondrous. We're going to have to get a spot set up. I think maybe next episode we'll set up a specific spot for our furnace, our tool station, and our bounty table. But for now, let's take a look at this bounty table. These bounties are like missions or quests that we can try to accomplish on our vault runs that will get us extra loot. Now, they vary from item submission to item discovery to like complete vaults. So the actual objective varies depending on your bounty. But like this one, for example, is submit 24 soul beads at the bounty table. Now, soul beads, I think, yeah, those we would have to get from the nether, and I'm not too crazy about that. So maybe we'll skip that one for now. Submit 233 polished vault stone at the bounty table, and that'll get us 7 vault alloy, which will actually be super helpful for crafting gear. And we may just go right into that one. Otherwise, find 5 drowned hide in the vault, which that is a scav item, which is a little harder to come by, especially early vaults. So we may pass on this for now, but even like these rewards would be super worth it. I think we're going to go for this one for now. Let's activate that. And that is now our current bounty. And we also have these bounty pearls that we can stick in there to be able to re-roll our bounties. So, like, let's say, for example, we didn't want to do this drown hide one. We actually may do it with this soul bead, because I don't want to go hunt ghosts in the nether. Okay, and now we have submit golden horse armor at the bounty table, which that's doable. I think we can do that without a problem. Ah, it's iron horse armor that we have, not golden. Okay, so we may have to go hunting for that, but either way, right now our current mission is the 233 vault, polished vault stone, which, let's take a look here. All right, so I've got my first few batches of vault cobblestone smelting up, so that will do its thing while we do ours. At some point I'll get that automated, but for now I think it's time that we get into a vault. So let's make up a crystal here and we'll get vaulting. So one last thing that I want to do before I actually jump into a vault, where we do have the crossbow and it is still a viable option as far as a ranged weapon for us, I think we're going to take the time to make up a quiver. We just need some magic silk, which I think we should have plenty of, and some leather, which again, we should have plenty of. Maybe I lied. Maybe we don't have enough leather. But that'll just take a trip over to the cows to fix. So now with the quiver made, we'll be able to hold 6 stacks of arrows on us in just the one slot. I don't think I'm going to actually take that much because that seems like overkill. There's no way we're going to go through more than a stack of arrows in one vault. So for now, this will do. And I think with that, we're pretty much ready to run. Finish the crystal. All right, and here we go. Okay, so we've got 2 monoliths to find and a cool theme. I think the only thing that sucks with this theme is that we can get creepers, but other than that, we pretty much just want to run. Look, first monolith right there. So not a bad first room overall. It seems like most of the spawners are burning out on us, and we are able to loot with little to no problem at all. I mean, it's not anything too exciting. We're just getting pretty minor loot as of right now, but that's because we're still pretty early level. But we're just gonna keep on trucking, and that's a coin pile POI. We want this. Okay, so we got a spawner that didn't fizzle out, which isn't a problem. We'll just take care of that guy, and now we're free to mine the spawner. There we go. And I actually don't see... Okay, here they are. Oh, dang. This is a very, very nice first room. We're getting plenty of POIs. Oh, and that's a pylon. Let's check this out. Uh-oh. We're also getting a lot of mobs now. Just something to be cautious of. There. Damn babies. Okay, so definitely getting a lot of spawns down there. I think I'm gonna try to clear some out with my crossbow. Clearly, we have some spawners down there that aren't fizzling, which kind of sucks for us in hopes of getting that, like there's a bunch of gilded chests over there and that pylon that I would like to have. But I'm not going to risk death for it because I think this vault could be completable. Alright, that's everybody down there. Let's go real quick and try to get this spawner. I don't see one. Did it fizzle? Okay, cool. It seems like we're good. Somebody's coming for us. I think we might have something over here. Yeah, this is where a lot of our mobs are coming from, right? That spawner right there. Somebody's coming. I'm not going to be able to... Okay. Whew. Barely finished that. Overall, this was a very successful first room. We've got pretty much a full shulker box full of loot. So now we're going to move on and hope that we can find this last pylon. This guy comes riding back up on his chicken. Come here. Give me free XP. Well, there's the second room looted pretty well. I didn't find the next monolith, but we got a good handful of loot. I don't think we got everything, but we hit it up close enough. We hit it up good enough to where I don't feel bad moving on to the next room. Honestly, at the rate that we're going, we'll probably loot this room a little bit, and if we don't find the monolith, then we're gonna run a couple rooms and just try to search for that. Alright, so we did make it down to the eastern tip of the vault, and I still haven't found a monolith yet. I'm still kind of looking in this room here, but it's not looking great for us, so I think I'm gonna... Oh! Well, would you look at that? Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna loot up this room a little bit, and then we'll head out. Alright, so I came... Oh, jeez. Just as I try to say something, I fall and mess up. Alright, so as I was saying, I think I'm just going to head out. I hit up these last two rooms a little bit more, and I don't know, I haven't found too much. I mean, I've got... This shulker box is full, this shulker box is well on its way, so... We made out pretty well for this run, and I would like to get the completion crate and see what loots we can get from that. Sweet! Look at that. We did level up. I kind of thought we were going to, but we managed to do pretty well for ourselves. 33 coin piles, 100 mobs unalived, 47 chests looted. And look at that. We're already almost to level 8. But I think after that last vault, it made me realize that I want to put a point into Vein Mine and a point into Heal. There we go. Both of those should help me out immensely. We can heal for a little more. It's a little more expensive now, I believe, but I think it's going to be well worth. Now, before we dive back into another vault, I did manage to get all of my shulker boxes and the loot from that past vault emptied out, and we're looking pretty good. We're making some great progress here, but we still have these mystery boxes from the last vault to open up, and I figured we'd do that on camera in case we get anything good. And of course we don't. Let's open up these booster packs, see what we get. Alright, we got 1 out of 9 packs, so that's not awful. But this actually brings our relic count up to a total of 4 different relics, all from different sets as well, which is pretty good. We're definitely progressing along there. Let's grab this polished vault stone and see if we have enough. All we have to do is right click it on the bounty table, and that's going to deposit it all in there, and we are 31 shy. So that should be definitely doable. It'll just take a couple minutes in these furnaces here. But I'd also like to see if we have enough materials gathered up to make a helmet. We need some bronze, which isn't a problem. Diamond shouldn't be an issue. And vault alloy, which is going to be our big hurdle. But I'd like to get out of this netherite helmet and really be defended. And of course, as we learned in the previous video, in order to make this vault alloy, we need either vaultite ingot with a chromatic steel ingot or a vault ingot with a chromatic steel ingot. So that's really our big hurdle, is making the alloy and getting the ingots to make the alloy. But look at this. We have one vault ingot. We can mix that with our chromatic steel and get the one alloy. So we still have some work to do to be able to, what is it? We need 9 total. Yeah, so 8 more. But one thing that might help with that is the other recipe here with the vaultite ingot. Now, to get a vaultite ingot, the big thing that we need is vault scraps. And how do we get vault scraps? Well, we're going to get that from recycling gear. Now, we can make the vault recycler, which, I mean, it's a little expensive for what we got here now. And I think we can still get scraps just by putting it in a blast furnace. So, in all honesty, but it might have to be, yeah, I think it has to be unidentified to be able to do that. Let's try. We have some junk gear right here. And if we throw this in the blast furnace, okay, it consumed the fuel. Oh, dang, it's just really slow. Well, I see why we would want the vault recycler. So that's going to do this process like 10 times faster. Well, after what felt like an eternity of waiting, we got one single vault scrap. That kind of sucks. That's not really enough to make an alloy unless we go with this recipe here, which we'd need a painite gem for, which we don't have at the moment. So I guess our only option to get gear at this point is going to be to run more vaults. Or we finish this bounty. That's going to get us 7 of the 8 alloy that we still need. But that means we have a goal for the next vault. If we're able to find 1 painite gem, then we're able to make our helmet. After completing this bounty, that is. Which really should be done now. Oh. My math was wrong. And now we're done. Cool. So now we can claim our reward there. We get this nice box. Slap it down. We also ought to take a nap because we're getting invaded. So now with that bounty done, we can actually start another one. And with this, we have the chance of getting painite, which would be super helpful. So I think we're going to take this. It's 5 drowned hide, so it's definitely not going to be able to be completed in a single vault. But if we can get a scav, we stand a chance at finding at least a couple. All right, let's hope for a scav. Okay, it's not a scav, but it's a doable vault at the very least. Especially, what's that? That looks, yeah, I thought so. Especially with the first monolith being right in the first room. Thankfully, a lot of these spawners are burning out, so it makes looting real quick and easy. We just come through and watch. This will be the first time we get to use our vein mine that we just put a point into. If we hold down the key that we have assigned for it, and then pickaxe these coins, they're getting both piles. Whoops. That tends to happen when you're vein mining, but still, the point remains that we're able to mine up multiple piles of coins at once. Alright, this room's pretty much cleared out, so we're gonna go just straight out from the portal room. Oh man, second monolith in the second room. Let's go. Sweet. Another completion crate is going to be very nice to have. And I think there might be a dungeon in here. Maybe it's just a POI on the other side of this wall. Where's the spawner? Oh man, it's still spawning, but I can't find the spawner! Is it up top? Where is it? Oh well, quick loots. Where is the spawner? Ah, right there. Don't be an idiot. No! I was hoping I could get it before they hit me. But at least we know where it is now. We may have to just abandon this POI entirely. I looted it up a bit, but holy cow. I hate baby zombies. Thankfully, water is their greatest weakness, so we can just chill out in here and kill them while they can't move towards us. Holy cow. This might not be good. We're spawning in a lot of mobs. Ugh. Thankfully the sword's pretty decent. Alright. That's most of them. I think this POI burned out. So we can hit it up. We can take a second to dump stuff into the shulkers. And now I didn't really hit up upstairs at all. Like there's an altar there that we could try to hit, but this room, it's tough to get up there. It's all separated and broken up. So I think we're just going to move on for now. Just because if I fall, that's death. And I don't like death. What? Ooh. This is a very good room to find. I think this is a dig site. Now there are two versions of this room, and I'm pretty sure this is the better of the two. This is the Omega dig site, so we should get no mob spawning in aside from what we spawn in from traps. So if we dig through this dirt here, which is going to be a little bit of a challenge because I didn't bring a shovel, but with the vein mine, it's going to help a lot. We should be able to find some treasure chests. Yeah, look at this. Sweet. I think they're all going to be wooden, if I recall correctly. But if we can find a good handful of wooden chests in here, then I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. Yeah, like see, look at all these. Well, I know I didn't get them all, but I got a fair amount of the chests that were over there in that little quadrant of the room. I'm sure that I could spend some more time digging and get a couple more, but I think I'm just going to head back. My inventory's pretty loaded, and I don't want to die. I want to make sure that I get out with all this stuff. I think, thanks to that dig site, we should have enough vault dust to be able to create the last alloy that we need to be able to make our helmet. There we go, 63 chests looted. I think that's a personal record for me on this world at the very least. And we leveled up. Very nice. So overall, we made out pretty well on loot. We got 2 burgers right there. That's pretty nice. I mean, that honestly, with I think actually, let's see what we got for burgers here. Sweet, 8 burgers. I think that's enough to get us a level potentially. Maybe not. Not quite. Ooh, that's a pretty nice jewel. That's a legendary tier 3 roll on the suffix copiously there. And copiously, as we mentioned last episode, I believe, will add a chance to double any ores that we mine in the vault. So that's very, very good. It's going to help us a lot on our Pain Knight journey, that's for sure. But look at this. This is what we're going for, because this is going to allow us to make our helmet. And we have over a stack of vault dust just from that one vault. So that gets us 15 nuggets, which only gets us 1 ingot. But that 1 ingot's going to be enough. Without further ado, let's open up our completion crate. Ooh. We got some good jewels. We got some leggings. A shield. Not bad. All right, what do we got? 10% block chance, which is what we already have. Honestly, our current shield is better. Okay, so we're just going to leave our current shield. Ooh, 7 armor on the pants, though. That's nice. Plus the item rarity. Yeah, I think we're going to switch these bad boys out right now. All right, let's make our last alloy and come over here and make up a helmet. I just need to grab some bronze first. More bronze, apparently. Jeez. It's expensive stuff to craft gear. All right, we're going to craft a level 8 helmet. And let's see how she rolls. Ooh, I like this transmog a lot. So we have the Druid model, 4 armor, which is better than our current helmet. And it looks super cool. Very nice. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for us here. I'm going to call it a day. We'll jump into some more vaults next episode, that's for sure, and maybe we'll even find a spot for our different stations over here instead of just sticking them all in the basement. But if you liked the episode, make sure to leave a like on the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and most importantly, stay jolly.